Okay, here we've got a question about a cubic polynomial here. In parts A and B we've got to factorize, we've got to show that this is a factor, and then in B we've got to factorize it into three linear factors, and you've got some very good examples of that in your notes. For example, example 3.2 or example 4.1 from chapter 2, you should be able to look those up and imitate them. And then in part C, okay, in dotty 1 we've got to use the remainder theorem, and you find the remainder r when we divide by x minus 2. Once again, there's a worked example. It's example 2.1, shows you how to do that. Make sure you use the quick method with the remainder theorem. Don't try and do it with the grid method, but you do need the grid method on this one. Algebraic division means we're trying to take the original polynomial from up there, that p of x, and express it in this form, so we need this to all multiply out to give the polynomial up there. So we know we need to do x minus 2 times something, so I've got x minus 2 down the side of my grid. I know I'm going to need an x squared in the other bracket, so up here I'm going to get the x cubed I need. I'm going to get a term down here, minus 2x squared, but I need 4x squared altogether. So this is the same grid method that you used for factorising that you probably used in part B. But the difference is when you get to this bottom right hand corner down here, this value won't give you the correct answer of 0 up there. Alright, there will be a remainder which will compensate for the difference between the value you get here and what you actually want. But there's an even quicker answer, which is to use your answer to C.1 here. Now if you actually did the exercise from chapter 2 on the remainder and factor theorems, I think it's exercise 2 on the remainder theorem, questions 6 and 7, if you actually went through those, were exactly the method you need for this question. So you may have a copy of something like this where you have an algebraic division with a remainder, but you know the remainder will be that answer up there for C.1.